So Wes Watson, apparently he's like a red pill manosphere new influencer who's like considered a lol cow. I'm not really sure what the beef is between Wes Watson and company, like everybody in that end of the, influencer internet space. I know Wes Watson and Andrew Wilson had an incident at a Fresh and Fit show where Wes Watson was like trying to fight Andrew Wilson and whatever. But Wes Watson recently went viral again for claiming that UFC fighters are squares and soft and they're not dangerous people and that they're not they're punks, apparently according to Wes Watson.
Don't encourage anyone to run up to these pro fighters. Pro fighters are pussies, okay? They're only good in the ring. If a pro fighter did his jujitsu on him, then the guy's gonna come back and duct tape his family, okay? You don't want to fuck with the wrong people. And the wrong people out here in the world are not pro fighters. You guys need to wake up. These are very big time squares. Pro fighters are the epitome of squares.
I feel like Wes Watson's trying to glorify the fact that if you were to jujitsu him or someone in his little entourage or clique, they'd come back and kidnap and duct tape your family. Number one, you probably shouldn't announce that you would do that in the event that you lost the fight, because in the event that someone beats your ass and their family ends up hog-tied and duct taped, we have a semblance of an idea of who did it. Number two, the reality is, you cannot assume every MMA fighter is a good person, okay? I'm not going to say names, but we've seen quite a few MMA fighters have problems, outside the octagon. These people, if they want to, can kill you. They can kill you. They can break every limb in your body and then kill you. The idea that, MMA fighters are squares. If an MMA fighter simply chokes you out, good. Good. There is nothing wrong with defeating your enemy without causing any significant long-term harm. There's nothing wrong with that. I respect that. The reality is, the wrong person to mess with is on a spectrum. I would always advise anybody, stay away from mafiosos, stay away from gangster types, stay away from people who fashion themselves as gangsters. Bad company, even if they're your friend, stay away. Definitely do not get into a fist fight with them, because if you beat them, they might even just get up in the moment and shoot you. As we saw, there was a fight in O Block where one of King Von's friends beat somebody up, right? And seconds later, the guy he beat up gets up and just kills him right then and there on camera. So Wes Watson he's incorrectly correct in the sense that, of course, you don't want to mess with gangsters and thugs and criminals. However, it is naive to sit there and say MMA fighters are squares because they won't kill you, or who's to say they won't? Who's to say they won't? If someone can grab you, slam you to the ground, and bend any of your limbs in the wrong direction, there is no guarantee you're surviving that. Other people might not even want to help you or save you. You might be at that person's mercy for as long as they decide. This red pill glorification of criminality is insane. Wes Watson has been to jail apparently multiple times. He's a felon, or he's an ex-felon. I'm not sure what his situation is, but he's been to jail for some serious shit. He's one of those prison YouTubers, right? Which is, it's fine, that's cool. But at some point, Wes Watson has to stop glorifying that life. You're apparently rich, you're apparently successful, you're becoming successful off of non-criminal shit. I think at some point it's okay for Wes Watson to say, you know what, I'm done glorifying that life. I think we can all agree beefing with gangsters is a bad idea. But I think we can also all agree trying to fight a pro fighter is probably a bad idea. Medical bills ain't cheap, and when you got a broken arm from a Kimura, or you got one of them little leg lock situations or whatever, it's not worth it. It's just not.
Pro fighters are the epitome of squares. They're like, come in the ring and I'll fight you. The people I grew up with and went to prison with, they don't give a fuck about a ring. They don't give a fuck if they're on camera. They don't give a fuck if they have to fucking live the rest of their life in prison. You will not beat them. They will not take a loss. You guys live in a fantasy world where pro fighters aren't the biggest squares on the planet.
Yeah, I feel like this is horrible messaging to send. I think one interesting story about Conor McGregor is, I remember in an interview he did years ago, maybe 10 or 11 years ago, where he spoke about how he got jumped one time. And hypothetically, I guess Conor McGregor could have gotten jumped and decided to pick up a stick and jump off the porch and pop the dudes who jumped him. Or he could have just taken the L. You know, sometimes you lose a 1-on-1 or you lose a 5-on-1. It is what it is. Sometimes shit happens. He didn't do that, though. He decided to take the L. He walked away from it. And years later became the first simultaneous champion in the UFC, became a multi-millionaire, and is literally successful because he didn't crash out. This entire video of Wes Watson is literally promoting crashing out. Like, bro, he's literally glorifying the act of throwing your entire life away behind a fight. Bro, no, like, I'm pretty sure most of us watching this have been in a fight. I've been in a fight. Many people have been in fights. Some we won, some we've lost. It is what it is. It's not that big of a deal. I don't think anybody should be ashamed to say they lost one. It is what it's a part of life. It's crazy how, like, this is supposed to be like a promotion of masculinity, and yet it seems to be a glorification of the opposite. Like, bro, there's nothing cool about losing a fight, but there's also nothing to be ashamed of. If you put up two fists behind something you believed in, whether it was your pride, your honor, or someone else's honor or pride or respect or whatever, cool, respect, that's great. You know, win or lose, respect to you. But throwing your life away because you lost is stupid. And the fact that Wes Watson is free, not in jail, sitting next to what seems to be a beautiful woman, seems to be rich, seems to be a great, successful influencer, and is willing to glorify and promote throwing that all the way behind losing a fight is ridiculous. Best case scenario, you lose a fight, there aren't any cameras running, you dust yourself off, you call it a day. That's best case scenario. But Wes Watson is promoting, frankly, the opposite. And, you know, bro, he's got to stop. Bro, like, if Wes Watson could just chill the fuck out, bro, he could be doing so much better with his life. But, bro, he's promoting niggas crashing out. And this is the actual definition of crash out. I know, like, you know, like, terms in the black community become popular on the internet and then people, like, misconstrue how it's actually supposed to be used. What Wes Watson is promoting in this video is crashing out. Throwing your life away behind bullshit is not an accomplishment. That's called crashing out. Do not crash out if you can help it, please. Please.
UFC fighting is gay. Like, all that shit, like MMA fighting and all that shit is for people who never really were in fights. Like, they never whooped ass their whole life. So they're always like, I'm gonna train and fight. Like, I've always just handled shit very easily. I never had to think about fighting because I always just extinguished the problem however I had to. So the point is like, that's for people who, like, never could really fight. They had to go learn to fight.
Isn't that a good thing, though? Isn't it a good thing, though? Isn't it good? If you can't fight, learning how to fight is probably the best way to go about it. What the fuck, like, what are you supposed to do as a man if not learn how to fight if you don't know how to fight? And in fact, a lot of people will tell you, a lot of MMA fighters will tell you, yeah, I got into MMA because I needed to learn how to defend myself. I needed to learn how to fight. And if you were to ask any of the people who whooped their ass back in the day, would you still fight him now? They'd say, no. No. For what? Fight him for what? For what? For what? If you ask the people who jumped Conor McGregor those years ago, would you like to fight Conor right now? They probably say no. Bro, if you even take a tap from an MMA fighter, it could be like a little mock punch. It feels 10 times worse than a normal person doing it. Like a little kick from one of them. Like, not one of those taps, but like an actual, like, you know, fluid movement. It hurts from what I've heard. Imagine getting into a cage with another professional and fighting them for 5 minutes. 5 times. No, bro, like, I'm good on that. No, thank you. The reality is, bro, these people can fucking kill you. They can hurt you bad. The Gracie family in Brazil, a lot of people fucking hate them because the Gracie family oftentimes used jiu-jitsu against people in Brazil that didn't know how to use it and hurt them bad, allegedly. And a lot of the, you know, fans in combat sports don't like the Gracie family because of those stories. Now, granted, those stories are from, like, you know, almost a century ago. But the point still stands. These people can hurt you. They can hurt you. Regardless of whether they knew how to fight years ago or not, they know how to fight now. Like, what does it matter? Like, I feel like ego is what this conversation is all about. Wes Watson is saying this from a place of ego, of, oh, you guys think they're tough. Why don't you think I'm just as tough as them? And it's like, dude, like, at the end of the day, like, they're cage fighters. What more do you want, like, people to do? Like, of course people are gonna look at cage fighters and think that they're tougher than you. You might be a tough guy, but people are always going to look at cage fighters as tougher. And that's, people think cage fighters are tougher than me because they obviously are, and that's okay. I ain't even tripping. I'm cool with that. I don't even, bro, like, I don't wake up in the morning, why don't people think I'm tough? I ain't even tripping, bro. Like, it is what it is, bro. Like, I'm not even mad to be able to go from an amateur fighter, from a random person on the street, to an amateur fighter, to a world-class fighter, number like 10 like in the top 10 ranked fighters in the world. That's crazy. Respect. I don't want no parts of that though. I don't need to like justify it to myself, or like, if an MMA fighter beat my ass, I'll pop him in the... No, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Handle business. They don't have to learn to fight. There's a difference between fighters and violent people. You should really stay away from violent people, because it doesn't matter how good you are at fighting. When they want to take it to the level, they'll take you out. And so there's a huge difference here.
There really is not. Like, if the fighter wants to hurt you, they'll hurt you, and they don't need a gun or a knife to do it. They'll hurt you bad. Like, they can kill you. You are at their mercy. It's no different. Like, sure, a gun has a higher chance of killing you, but this person can kill you, and there's nothing you can do to stop them. Like, I just feel like Wes Watson is trying to glorify criminality and trying to get people to look at criminals as better than top fighters. And it's silly because a lot of top fighters have connections to organized crime. Like, so it's like, what is even the point here? The amount of fighters who are connected to like organized crime in Russia, Dagestan, Ireland. What's the point of even bringing this up? Okay, like, let's say you shoot some MMA fighter. Now, if that MMA fighter is making the wrong guy money, guess who he might come looking for? You. So it's like, bro, like, this is a full circle conversation. It's a full circle conversation. Like, if you're in Europe and you kill a pro fighter listening to Wes Watson, you let this crazy ass nigga get in your head, and you're in Europe and you kill the wrong pro fighter, you might kill somebody working for the wrong people. As Wes Watson puts it, the wrong people, violent people. Ain't nothing cool about being a violent person, bro. Just chill, bro. Like, bro, ain't nothing cool about throwing your life away, bro. Wes Watson is free. He's a free man. He seems to be enjoying enjoying the company of what seems to be a beautiful woman. He's vibing. He looks to be in a nice house. It looks like he's in Miami. It looks like he's in Florida. Ain't nothing cool about throwing all of that away, bro. I don't care what none of y'all niggas say. Ain't nothing corny about trying to live your life, bro. Being in prison, all of that is not an accomplishment. It's not a vibe. It's not anything to look up to. It's not the 2000s anymore. The gangsterism is not adorable. It's not cute. It's not an accomplishment. Y'all have to, like, not y'all, but like, we have to stop, bro. Like, the red pill manosphere is like glorifying the wrong shit, bro. Ain't none masculine about crashing out, bro. Ain't none masculine about that. If you win one, good on you. You lose one, it is what it is. But killing a motherfucker because you lost a fight is crazy. Crashing out, taking pride in being a violent person, violent people will da-da-da-da-da. Let me tell you something about violent people. A lot of violent people get killed, bro. And that's actually the reason why, in a lot of cases, why those laws don't exist in big cities up north. Because there's a lot of people who think like Wes Watson, who, you know, unfortunately get violent. And the city has to protect these people from themselves by passing laws to stop citizens from killing these people. Because these people seem to think they can be allowed to just do whatever they want and be violent to whoever they want and disturb the peace, right? And the state has to pass insane, ridiculous self-defense laws to protect these people from themselves. But, you know, in other states, those laws don't exist. And if you want to live like Wes Watson, you will get killed. Ain't nothing cool about that. Don't fight MMA fighters. Don't be trying to be gangster, and don't fight gangsters. You can get put in a pack by a square. Bro, did any of y'all see that video of that white dude who's a former Marine, and these like two like Hispanic kids came into the store and tried to rob it, and he fucking like immediately like dropped his bag and took the gun out of their hands and beat them up? Bro, there's always somebody who will pull out their weapon faster than you. There's always somebody. In fact, It be the squares who ain't really trying to deal with the bullshit from you, and it will pop you and move on with their day. Especially if you're in the right state, they're not going to jail because you decided to be gangster. They're going to walk free. Ain't nothing cool about dying, bro. What is Wes Watson even talking about? Wes Watson, what are you doing? Bro, he's gotta chill. Wes Watson, you gotta chill.
Fighting is some weird sports shit that is all these people do, and it has nothing to do with violence. Because a violent person will end your life. And this is the thing. You guys need to quit thinking that UFC people are gonna be able to fuck around with violent motherfuckers. Because a violent motherfucker won't lose. He won't take it. And you'll be like, wait, put the gloves on. And he's not gonna hear it. And it's gonna be a problem for you.
So he's like bragging about crashing out. Bro, like, again, Wes Watson is encouraging people to do shit that can get them killed, bro. They're like, violent people are not invincible, and the reality is, like, people can smell it on you. Like, you can tell when someone is overly violent and ready to crash out. And there are people out there prepared for you. If you're someone who thinks like Wes Watson and wants to live like Wes Watson, there are people out there ready for you, who are armed, who go outside every single day waiting for somebody like you to do something to them. And they are waiting for an opportunity to kill you. Do not listen to Wes Watson. It is not worth it to fight people in public. It is not worth it to fight MMA fighters. It is not worth it to fight people who you think are associated with gangs. It is not worth it to fashion yourself as some kind of violent gangster and try to bring fights to a lethal point that they don't need to be brought to. Do not listen to Wes Watson under any circumstance, because you can die. All of what he's promoting can get you killed. An MMA fighter can 100% kill you. A single punch can knock you out. It can give you a significant concussion. It can hurt. They can break your limbs, and you won't be able to protect yourself from anything else they want to do to you. A kick to the legs can significantly, like not even, you won't even be able to stand. Like, it's none of what he is saying is true. And this is all ego talk of, why don't people think I'm as tough as a UFC fighter? Bro, that don't matter, bro. You're getting money, you're getting women, you're vibing. Let that be life. Let that be life. Bro, I don't think anybody looks at Wes Watson and thinks, oh, I'm going to beat his ass. For what? Wes Watson's built. He's probably on gear. He looks like he cycles. He's bearded up, tatted up, bald. Bro, nobody looks at Wes Watson and is like, I'm about to try this nigga. For what? For what? I don't think anybody walks into any establishment and sees Wes Watson and is like, oh, I'm going to bother this guy. No. I don't like, this is all insecurity ego talk. Why don't people think I'm as tough as Conor McGregor or John Jones? Bro, John Jones will kick your knee out of place. He does it to other people all the time. Like, bro, there's like people like John Jones who can kick a person's knee out of place and feel nothing. He won't throw up. His skin won't crawl. His blood won't crawl. He'll kick your knee inwards and not care. Bro, ain't nothing cool about being ready to, bro. Like, he's glorifying the wrong shit, bro. And Red Pill is just corny at this point, bro. It's, women, please stop having rights, and, violent people will just kill you. They won't take a loss. It's like, bro, take a fucking loss, bro. It's a part of life, bro. We've all been there. God damn, you can't take an L? Red Pill is fucking crazy.